Yes, sir, gentlemen, we are live on YouTube. We're ready to go, sir.
I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Building Property Committee. This is November 21st, November the 2nd, 2021. First item on the agenda is update on the courthouse exterior repairs. We've started to work on the repairs. We had found some more damage that we weren't aware of, and received an estimate on replacing some of the clay tiles on the ends of the courthouse. We've resubmitted that to the AOC, and I'm going to let the judge or Sherry comment on that because I haven't got to see the email. We just received it this morning.
Okay, so what I'll give you is the request from Smith Siding, and then there's a breakdown sheet as well. Okay.
Those are the originals too, please, if I can get them back. Those are the originals, I'll need those back.
These are the originals. She'll need them back.
Okay, it looks like the total for the extra, what they got into the job and found a lot more rot, some clay tiles that were missing. My understanding, we have the extra tiles left from the previous renovation of the courthouse, so we don't have to purchase those, but a lot of wood had rotted under those tiles, and we're showing the estimate for materials is $3,600, labor $37.50, and the cleanup $237.50, for a total of $7,675. What is AOC saying about? Are they going to cover that?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And if you look down at that change order, it also says under the tiles, the standing seam roof, that's in case if he takes those tiles off and they can't be replaced, there won't be enough to put those back on. And being able to order those, he said there would be a backlog on the order, so it'd be a while before we get anything to replace them. So me had him to put an option in there, a standing seam roof, because we thought that may look good because it's an area that a lot of people won't see. But that was my decision. I want to make that clear. That was my decision.
That's just a backup in case.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. But we needed that specifically in that change order. That way it didn't blind the AOC.
Evidently the tiles must be because they, you know.
So, Judge, if the roof has to be worked on, we will be getting a change.
That's correct.
Not included in this.
No, sir.
Well, I guess we need to bring this before. Do we need to go ahead? I need to make a motion that we,
And here's the email where it just basically says from Sandra Starks, please be advised that you are approved to move forward with additional costs to repair. If you guys want to see it.
I don't think that's anything that needs to be rebid or anything since we've already,
So we already approved it, what we have to do.
Well, it's above what they approved.
right.
It's above what
I
they
think they would cover up to a certain percentage, and this went over that percentage like 5%, and this is over 5% that we could go over, so.
We still make.
Right, I'll make it, yeah, I'll make a motion, we bring this before the court. If they get to that before we have our next court meeting, we might have to have a special call meeting, a Zoom meeting or something to prove that.
We'll have to call a special call meeting to get that, or we'll delay work for a while.
I make a motion, we bring this before the court then.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Now, what I would like to do is, and you guys will have to get up and actually go look at the front of this courthouse. I don't know if you want to do that now, or if you want to do it after the meeting, or what you want to do, but I can sit here and explain it to you all day, but until you physically put your eyes on it, you know.
Judge, I took a look at her at before, came in here this morning, I got here, supposed to get a haircut. And, I noticed, speaking on the call, I noticed joints of, skeletal space, where he's gonna call, he's gonna call on it
Where's that at?
in the very front, I should, we walk over there. And, another thing that we talked about earlier, and I don't know, probably my fault, but I know columns are gonna be, it's something different. Are we gonna do those different? We're not wrapping them.
No, they're done.
They're done.
They're complete.
Yeah,
I thought we said we were gonna go through.
they did. They've already.
Oh, they took it up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine walking over there now, but
Whatever you guys want to do, we can do it now, we can do it.
We'll be,
is it something we need to discuss?
Well, since you're on the subject,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay, what we need to do, pause.
yeah, it's Paul Tracy.
that's what.
Oh,
Your mics are still on.
But that's what the change order does, there'd be a possibility, you know, for this miscellaneous figure together, send to them, just ask them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if they say, hey, we'll pay for it, we'll take it.
Okay,
We'll take it.
thank you.
Sure.
And we'll need those originals back. Yes.
Great.
There's no.
Let them take, we back on. Yep. I let them, we take. Put last order, courthouse, or maybe get through.
I'll second that. We just viewed it with the judge and he had met yesterday with some of the, is it the Renaissance
Downtown historical.
Downtown Historical? A couple members of that and, they were good with the way we're gonna do that, so I'll second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We'll bring that, discuss it with the full court. Any other discussion on the update of the courthouse? Okay, now we'll go to line item 3, rebid of former jail demolition. And no fault of the county. The design group that we hired unfortunately missed a deadline for the bids printed to the paper. So because of that, we're gonna have to have the demolition rebid. Any questions or discussion about that?
Had all the people that did it first, I feel about this.
I'm sure they weren't very happy, but
But he was supposed to be here today. I'm not sure where he's
Got
at.
it.
The RBS,
Oh, RBS.
Kyle.
so.
Is it Kyle?
Because we had hired them, it all lays on them. We weren't obligated to do that. That's the reason we paid them. Right, and I don't know what the consequences are gonna be with other people.
Any liability, I mean, if all the bids come in higher, rebid, are we gonna ask those guys to make a difference up?
I guess we'll
Can
wait
we?
and see.
We can take it off their bill, we got it.
Yeah.
That's something that-
Any other discussion on that? We have the dates for that. I think opening bids the 15th, is that right, Sherry? The opening the new bids on November 15th. Line item 4, discuss West Main Street building plans. We have, did he bring those plans back?
We have
Okay, you
a
have it on-
picture. But no, he has not brought those plans back. But there's just a few tweaks that he's putting together and I'll explain to you what those are. Well, actually, Master Cameron, I think you were part of that discussion when we were talking about the few tweaks. You know,
Right,
nothing's changing structure wise or outside wise. But if you go to the floor plan, Tracy, and this is also a conversation with the county attorney. If you look right here, okay, we talked about making that a solid wall and making these two separate, this is the upstairs, making these two separate rooms. And then, of course, obviously we'd have steps going out the back for here, steps going down the side for the front room. And also in my conversation with Master Coomer, we, and I think Master Botts even suggested this too, whether we do the rescue house up top or not, go ahead and plumb or wire or whatever needs for future expansion or whatever we need. And then I believe the county attorney wanted to, something in here, Tim, you remember what that was?
No, I haven't discussed that with her.
Well, she said it right over here the other day when we were standing here. Maybe putting her office here up front versus I think it was tucked back in here in the back. So she was wanting to make one of these rooms in the front a little bigger for her office. And that's a discussion we'd have to have with her, but those are the only two tweaks that we actually had talked about.
So she would want her office right where people are gonna be.
She wants to be front and center, she said, so. That's, you know, that's her choice, so.
I don't think it'd be much of a tweak, just maybe moving that wall back.
Right.
Gonna make the other offices smaller.
And Matt was supposed to join us this morning. We sent him the Zoom link. Is he on there? No? Okay. He was traveling and he said he was gonna try to join us, but anyway, that's the only, like I say, this wall here to be solid. That way it divides these two. And then there's a conversation with the county attorney about her office here, because right here, that's the counter. And then maybe it's leave the counter and put her office over here. Maybe what she meant, so.
And I don't, if we decide and vote to get bids on this, it's not gonna cost any more to get two separate bids as far as completing the upstairs or just plumbing and wiring and HVAC it ready for, in case we decide to do that later.
That's correct. I believe Mr. Gum explained that day. We can get two separate things.
And what we're, just so people know, the state is paying rent on
Child support office.
the child support office now, and instead of, and we, the county would be getting this.
That's correct.
receiving this rent.
That'd be revenue.
Now, and I think we,
How much, you know how much?
I don't know.
Have we, I know we've been debating on what we're gonna do on the second floor. Has anyone thought about possibly the storage of Helena stuff there and getting that controlled air? Wouldn't cost very much to do that. It'd be pretty close here in the middle, and I would think it would be pretty secure. Has anybody thought about doing that there? I know the sheriff's looking at some options on possibly a building and doing a combo, him and her, but it looks to me like that may solve some problems on the second floor and putting that there instead of trying to have, I know our goal was maybe to have a shelter or a home, and then who you gonna cut off at that. Me and Carla talked about that some, you know, if you got 3 families, who you gonna pick? So if you didn't have anything, and maybe look at putting her stuff there. That's just my thought on this.
I think the only downfall to hers is I don't know how big her new machines are gonna be. And then you've got a second floor, you've got to go up somehow to get those machines there.
There's no way at the back to make her.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And there may be,
I was thinking we're gonna have a back entrance, right?
we're gonna have steps.
I'll have
Yeah,
steps.
we don't have it on here. Currently, we don't have steps on here. Going to that,
It would go out level with the parking lot. Doesn't do that.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be above parking lot, that second story.
And don't hold me to this, but I think the rent now is $1,350 a month. That's what we're state's paying for the child support office now. So that would be coming to the county if we build this building.
You know, child support office is where it's at, for a long time. If we're gonna have I know Justice Center is 3 or 4 years down the road, excellent, what's the projection? Okay.
Oh, it was 2024, but with all the roadblocks, I'm gonna say it's probably 2025, I'd say.
About 4 years down the road, we're gonna have a lot of, county's gonna have a lot of extra space, and storage as well as these immediate. One thing, opened up this building across the street, will be 24,000 square feet. This building, whatever it is, I don't know. We got a lot of projects going. I just don't know if we have to do with this stuff.
I think, I mean, I agree with that. We're gonna have some more space, but we're just looking now at making decisions, getting bids, right? That's all we're doing.
That's correct. That's correct. See what it's gonna cost.
We Carl, we're gonna have to have something for Helena's stuff stored, or we're gonna be renting something. So, I mean, whether it's this project or something, there's gonna be storage that's gonna have to come up with for some stuff.
How many square feet?
I wanna say, for the upstairs,
The
one,
whole building.
it's, was it 30? Can you see it
Then they
there?
know,
Yeah, I wanna say like 30, but 60,
Or the 60, 80.
right, but it's a little bit more than that.
You talk about 4,000 square feet. When you take 4,000 square feet, that's $100. $400,000. But the bid come in at. Figure, and then you say, oh, we decided not to do it. Say, I don't care. Anybody got any figures on what it, any estimates on what it might cost?
No, that's reasonable.
I don't think anybody in here would.
No, I
That's
don't,
right.
I don't have, I just don't have houses. You build a house for $1 square foot.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't heard the new totals. It's ever going up every day.
I don't think $100 is too elaborate of a house, what I hear. I don't know.
I think you miss an opportunity for revenue. And we're always trying to find revenue. And if that payment would pay for this,
That's what.
you know,
the reason
state
I
payment would pay for
requested
this.
Now, just to figure out if you were borrowing the money, if that would make the payments on it.
30-year loan, $1,300 for $4,000.
But we don't know, we don't know it's $400,
Is this,
400,000, but
the state, the money got federal government, can be used for that.
I have no idea. I have to ask Kristen.
well, I'm gonna make the motion that, that we put it out for bids, and then we'll just, because we really don't, I know prices are coming down some, but I know they're still extremely high. Just to see, doesn't mean we have to do anything, but
That had to be approved by the whole court as well.
That's correct.
so, I'll make a motion that we bring it before the whole board.
Master Crum, if you just want to focus on just getting the bottom floor completed, you know,
Yeah,
and not worry about the top floor. If folks have reservations about the second floor, hey, let's just move on with the child support.
I think that's gonna be the best option for now, and that's gonna save us.
And that rent may go up because the square footage may go up. It may be bigger than what.
Well, rent's definitely going up, period.
So I want to make that motion that we receive bids.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
And we'll be
Bring it before the court, yeah.
talk more on it.
Anybody got anything else? That's all I have on the agenda. So I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
I second.